basically looking at, the current situation, there's been a lot of, oh gosh, my mind went blank.
We're still rolling.
Delete, please, cut.
Yeah. Right. What made you write this song?
The state of current affairs, really. Nina Simone once said that as artists we need to speak about, the current affairs that are affecting our generation. And what women are accepting as normal nowadays is just basically showing that we've reduced our standards. There's a term that's floating around these days which is called the whole phase. And this whole phase basically promotes promiscuous activities. And this can actually, these promiscuous activities could lead to, sex or, sexual relationships with many men, and this is what a lot of women are accepting as normal, that this should actually be a phase in your life, and this for me and for us really, it just goes to show that moral standards are out the window.
Yeah, I'll definitely pick up on that. The thing is, a lot of the demoralized standards have been glamorized now. So you got these names, you got the whole phase, you got body counts for the number of people you slept with. So they make it sound like you've done this great achievement. And the amazing thing is, I get it that a lot of women see it as, well, if men can go out there and sleep with how many other women, why can't women do it too? So it should be cool. But we believe there's a whole agenda behind it. And what happens is, this whole phase that they're really pushing and promoting us and go out there and get yours, are you really getting yours? Because when you do decide to settle down with someone or find a person to settle down, if you have a high body count, and let's be honest, as a woman with a very high body count, you might find it very difficult for a man who knows that you have a high body count to actually go, yeah, I'm going to settle down with you. And the thing is, you have a lot of women that will make jest of such women. That's the crazy part of it. And there are repercussions that come with it too. So this song literally speaks a lot about how the moral standards have dropped severely.
What is this based in reality or fiction?
It's definitely reality. It's actually what's currently happening now. A lot of women have lowered their standards and really accepting less than what they truly deserve.
Yeah, there's this term that we stumbled across. This was earlier part of the year when we were out, and basically this term is called potty shirt, and it's quite shocking. It's about people that agree to eat feces. I'm saying in a very, very polite term. Yeah. So basically you have these IG models, these Instagram models, quote unquote. They, they're up there showing themselves off, this and that, taking pictures on yachts and stuff like that. This is what we found out on the net, that these so-called models, they basically are approached by rich guys in certain countries. And these guys will tell them, look, seen your stuff, whatever, come down, we're gonna fly you over, we'll pay you, this and that, but you're gonna do X, Y, Z and the third. And they offer them to do some of the most downright lowest stuff ever, eat poo, get their animals to poo in their mouths and stuff like this, and it's what the heck? For money, pay them 40 grand. And what's crazy is on YouTube, they've actually shown the conversations and clippings of women munching on this stuff, because these guys get these women down, gang bang them, 20, 30 guys going straight through them, running train on them, and then putting their mouths in these women's mouths and stuff. And these women will take that money. My thing is this, yeah. If that's the definition of a boss chick, wow, that's questionable. That's really questionable. And here's the thing. I myself, and for us, we're parents. For anybody that has a daughter, a sister, or a female friend or a cousin, I'm sure you don't want to see them being degraded, treated like nothing. I'm sure you don't want that. And I'll say to these women that agreed to do this, think about it, because we get it. Today's society promotes do as you want. Everyone has opinions, or moral standards are out of the window. Fair enough, do you. But my thing is this. For every action, there's a reaction and there's a repercussion. So you know what, be careful what you pick up, because you might, whatever you start, make sure you can finish it, because that might continue. And these guys apparently film these sessions and put them online. So guess what? These women are working even when they've stopped. Them videos are circulating on the net. And you know how it is, the internet is always forever, champ. So be careful.
Well, how long did it take to write?
This song took 13 minutes to write, because the whole research process and everything like that, really did a lot of research, and everything just came together really naturally, 30 minutes. Lyrics were done, melody all together, just like that. Yeah, one of those quick ones.
Right, Jackie, what's it like being part of this project?
Wow, it's a privilege. It's a huge privilege. I have a daughter, I'm a mother, and I have a daughter who is looking at me for guidance, so I want to be able to say that I did my part in guiding her correctly, showing her what the right morals, what great morals look like, and that's what I want to be able to say.
Okay, Gio, to you, what is it like being part of this project?
It's an honor. I see myself as the pen and the mind, and it's just a privilege to be part of this, just to even put pen to paper and put melody to lyrics. It's an honor.
Okay, Jackie, how did you prepare for this?
So I prayed, I did a lot of research, read books, watched videos, podcasts, listened to podcasts, and really kept up to date with what's happening on the social medias in our current day. The first line of the song says, "Ice cold ventures leave you numb and detached from your feelings." That's a dangerous place for a woman to be, and it's the mentality that's been taken on is that of do as you please. And for a woman, as we are quite emotionally driven, it's a dangerous place basically to be. And if we continue like this, things will only get worse. Things will only get worse. I'm here basically to say that there's another way. You don't have to settle for less. Really and truly, we need to go back to that place of exuding life. The name Eve, I also checked that up as I was doing my research. It means, in Hebrew, it means full of life, giver of life, mother of life. This is what we need to go back to, not being death carriers. When you get yourself in a place where you're demoralizing yourself, that's a path that leads only to death. We weren't created to be that. We were created to nurture life, to give life in everything that we do. So this is the main message. Let's go back to giving life.
Right, Gio, tell us about the creative process.
Right, so the creative process, what really drew me was because of the whole discussion, because me and Jackie, after finding out about this whole thing that was going on, we had a discussion while we were in Dubai, and the whole thing of Eve came about, You know, the birthplace of mankind came about in the topic as well, tracing it back to Al-Qabulan. Now, for those that don't know where Al-Qabulan is another name for Africa. Al-Qabulan means the birthplace of mankind. It means the Garden of Eden. So, when you're talking about womankind and how the standards of morality has fallen for womankind, we're talking, this song is about bringing it back to Eve before the fall. Now, Eve before the fall was in the Garden of Eden. Now, taking it back to Eden, you need to trace the origins of Eden. Eden actually means the spot, the place, the location, you know, and that spot was in the area of Al-Qabulan in Africa. So therefore, the creative process, I really felt it needed that Afrocentric feel and vibe to it. So the drums are very African. It's a representation of Al-Qabulan. And that whole vibe had that thick African vibe, drum heavy, real percussion heavy. That was the whole feel. And there's it starts with the waterfall in the background. That's like the wallpaper of the track, if you want to put it that way. So you've got this whole garden paradise feel to it, with birds chirping. There's a waterfall in the background, then it goes into the music, the drums, and then the chord progression. I stumbled across it after I had that, so it was pretty much this way. And it goes, help you through the dark, lighten up your path, give you a new start, there's no aftermath. The grass was never green, it was always dawn. Yes, it is your call. I suggest that we go back to Eve before the fall. That's the chorus area, and those chords circulate all the way around, but I use different sounds and played around. As a producer, I'm an explorer, so I like to use different sounds, and I really feel that the sounds I used for this track captures the feel. And Jackie's voice really brings the track to life. You know, the whole message. It's that mother figure. You know, Eve was a queen. Most people don't actually realize the first king and queen on earth were Adam and Eve. And you're talking about Eve. Eve, a queen carries, a queen is royal, a queen is majestic, a queen carries authority. And so when Eve turns up to speak to her daughters, she doesn't need to raise her voice. She is authority. She exudes it. She exudes elegance and grace. And when Eve speaks, all her daughters listen. It's like when King Adam speaks, all mankind listens. So this is the voice of Eve speaking to her daughters, saying, let's go back before the fall.
Ice cold ventures leave you not undetached from your feelings. Tragic adventures. All time, no, there's no one you're deceiving. The bill you cannot pay for is stripping you of your beauty. The bad memories play over and over again. Your way is dark, you can't see. You need the friend who.
So all I want you to do at that point, just have a listen. I just need you to, when it comes to the bill, just give it a bit more open up. For example, because that bit there, the first part is more gentle. The second part from the bill, it's really big and more intense. So it's not as laid back. I will just show you what I mean.
Did you record it?
So I'm just gonna literally just tell you what I'm saying. Yeah, just for this bit.
You're gonna sing it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sing it, but obviously I'm not recording it, this is you. So, the first part you got right is the second bit, more intensity, yeah? Ice cold ventures, leave you no many times from your feelings. Tragic adventures, all time long there's no one you're deceiving. This bit here. The bill you cannot pay for is stripping you of your beauty. The bad memories play over and over again. Your way is dark, you can see. You need a friend who. So that bit, it's after the all-time low, there's no one you're deceiving. The bill. That's whoa. So that has to be big. The bill you cannot pay for. That's tragedy.
Breathing there.
Yeah. It's stripping. Then you can bring it back there. It's stripping you of your beauty. So the worst has now happened. This woman is being stripped of her dignity, her beauty, her crown, you know, who she is, her royalty, her majesty is now being stripped off because she's engaged in the worst, in the most demoralizing acts. So now, that's a bill she can't pay for now.
Yeah.
So she's been stripped of her beauty, and the pain plays over and over. That's where you manipulate the audience, the listener, with your voice. You know, the bad memories play over and over again like a scratch record. Your way's dark, you can't see. So just what you've learned, the words, internalize and just let it out.
Okay.
Because you're the voice.
All right.
That's it.
Right, so Jackie, how would you like people to view this project?
So this message of this song, really, this project, is all about women not settling for less. You know, not lowering your standards, understanding that you are royalty. The song actually links back to the Garden of Eden, the original state of Eve before the fall. You know, which is a majestic woman. It's a woman of high class, a woman of high dignity, you know, a woman of high value, who is driven by purpose and doesn't just hand her body over, you know, to just anybody. She's a purpose-driven woman, basically. It's about going back and meeting with the owner of the garden. You know, it's not just a garden, actually, it's paradise. It's a place of peace, a place of contentment. It's gaining your true identity and understanding who you are as a woman. You know, and from that place, you can then make solid decisions. So what I'd like, you know, women to view about this project is it's basically a wake-up call. You know, it's a piece of advice, and to sum it up, you know, it's just basically saying choose wisely, make the right decisions, because with everything you sow, you will reap. You know, so there are consequences for all decisions that you're making. So choose wisely.
I would say that with this project, what we want to get over to people is this. Remember, the days are dark, and they're going to get even darker. For every action you take, there are consequences. Now, you might say, you know what, it's my life, I do what I want. Yeah, it is your life, you do what you want. When repercussions come, you pay them. And also remember this year, we are governed by eternal law. And if you violate eternal law violates you. We can't escape it. I don't care who you say you are, whether you're Scientology or atheist or whatever. The truth is this: we are governed by eternal law. You don't have to believe it. It is. That's why the king is I am. He said he's the only I am. We have his DNA and we use I am a gardener, I am a doctor, I am a superstar, I am this, I am that. But the king does not say I am this, he just says I am. That means he is. He is, he cannot be changed, his mind cannot be altered, nothing. Once he set law, it cannot be violated. Once you violate his laws will violate you. And it's as simple as that. So all we're saying is this: choose very wisely. Think about the generations coming after you, because you might not pay the price now, but the generations coming after you will suffer if you make very, very crazy decisions. That's what I have to say. Some of us are paying the prices for what our forefathers have done. Some people might not believe it, but that is the truth, you know? Because for every piece of drop-off, let me put it in layman's term, for any place that a person drops off and violates the king's law, the later generations have to pay the price. And the more you mess up and the more you don't go back and reconcile with the king, guess what happens? Those later generations will suffer immensely. And that's the truth. Why? He's a king. He's a monarch. Well, in a monarchy, there's no democracy. The king's word is final. That's what people forget. The people are quick to say, yeah, but the Queen of England has said, the Queen has said it's final. The King of Kings, when he says it, it's done. Nobody can say anything. Nobody.